Now we will hear from people who have been part of the Exemplary Healthy Workplaces Awards. I'm going to invite up on stage 2018's Healthy Workplace, Godrej Group of Industries. Representing Godrej, we have Dr. Balaji Santhanam, Chief Medical Officer at Godrej Group of Industries and associated companies. He is an experienced occupational health, workplace wellness, environment management, safety, and healthcare professional with over 2 decades of demonstrated success in IT, IBM, manufacturing, TVS, and other consumer goods industries. He's skilled in personal management, occupational health, and environment management. He's graduated from the Bangalore Medical College and Research Institute and Lund Institute in Sweden. Godrej is the first healthy workplace of 2018, and Arogya's assessors were very impressed with all that storied company does for the health of its employees. Dr. Balaji was part of the initial group of experts that worked on the development of the healthy workplace criteria in 2012. So please welcome him to the stage to give an overview of the great employee health efforts at Godrej. Please put your hands together.
It's going to be a short story. The story is from being jubilant to being a learner. So 2015, I was on cloud 9, being jubilant because I had won the Global Healthy Workplace Award for my previous company in the United States. And also we had won the GBGH, National Business Group of Health Award in Washington. So I was on cloud 9 and I thought we are very complacent and we are too good. But that was when I realized my learning curve has just started. I have begun to learn. The reason being, immediately after we won all that awards, I was invited by a European company as one of the external auditors for Healthy Workplace. Europe has got their own Healthy Workplace Awards. So being a recipient of the Global Healthy Workplace Award, I was very happy to go to Europe to audit their company. And on record, I was very happy to see a whole lot of things they had done. I don't want to mention the name of the company for various reasons. They did show a physical activity program which had 75% participation. They had a pedometer-based program. They had a mental health, emotional health. We don't call mental health. We call it emotional health program with very good participation and very good results on paper. And they had, in fact, covered all the 5 dimensions of health. 5 dimensions of health being physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, social health, and financial health. All the 5 dimensions they had covered extensively. And as an auditor, I had very little to really point out, and I thought they should get the best marks. Of course, I had 2 other auditors from other continents, one auditor from Africa and another one from Australia, and they too were very impressed. But we just decided to have one round across the company to meet the employees. That was when my learning curve started. So when we reached out to the employees and we had the permission of their management to do that, first of all, we were very surprised to see people with huge pot bellies. Everyone seemed to weigh more than 100 kgs easily. And added to that, when we just walked into their in-house cafeteria, I could just see everywhere the cheese pizzas and the burgers and the most unhealthy foods everywhere. So that was when we 3 auditors from the 3 different continents, we decided to have a small meeting within ourselves, trying to understand, this company is doing great. They're doing all the programs that they need, and they're showing all the reports, but why is the health like this? Then we spoke to the medical director of that group, and we were going to understand the average age of cardiovascular disease in that group was around 33 years. This is in Europe, it's in Denmark. It's a multinational, not to be named. So 33 years is the average age for a CVD, cardiovascular disease, in a group that is doing so much with 75% participation in healthy check. That was when we decided to question ourselves. Are we doing the right audits? Is this really the right way of certifying a company? What I had done was just taking the checklist from the Global Healthy Workplace Award and a few others which we had won. Now, the reason being, we tried to do a YY analysis to understand what is happening when they're doing so great. The reason being, yes, they did do a lot of health programs and on-site programs, but the participants of the program were all those who were really healthy and who really didn't need much. Those who really needed the program never took part in any of the program. People with normal BMI were taking the pedometer and they were walking around and showing great, which is good for sustenance. We need to sustain as well. But the people who really needed it were never doing it. So going by ROI, as per the document or as per the paper shared, they had excellent return of investments in the sense they had a participation rate, they have shown all that. But the true ROI or the true value of investment was glaringly missing in this case. So that is when we decided to reinvent ourselves, and I had the good fortune to meet a very young doctor, Dr. Geeta Bharadwaj, and Dr. Nalini Saligram, who are my really inspirations. I mean, they're just amazing. And I come from Mumbai, where Dr. Geeta Bharadwaj lives, and I have met her a couple of times. I've learned a lot from her, and I continue to learn from you, ma'am. And it's been amazing the way they have framed their checklist. So one of the things that we are doing in the pipeline is building a smartphone app wherein we are not going to do programs for everyone at a time. In the sense, it's not that I'm going to do a health check or I'm going to do a screening program in my office. I'm going to do anything and everyone can take part, or it's just voluntary. It's not that way. We are going to have a bucket of wellness programs. And we are getting in the concept of wellness passbook or a wellness debit card. So wellness passbook. So it will have credits and debits, the passbook. It can be a virtual passbook. It need not be a hard copy. It can be stored on your smartphone. So in this wellness passbook, we are going to give about 100 credits to each and every employee. And the bucket of wellness programs will have programs of all the 5 dimensions of health: physical health, mental health, emotional, spiritual health, social health, and financial health, which is being ignored by many of us. And there are going to be, say, about 5 or 6 programs in each of these dimensions. About 25 to 30 programs will be in the wellness bucket. And then all that the employee have to do is to load that app. And how to motivate them to load the app, that's a bigger story. And we have been able to motivate them through their family members, through their peers, through all options available. And once they are motivated, there's no way they can go back. The app will take care of itself. So once they enter that, there's a brief HRA, the health risk assessment. And this time, the HRA will not have more than 10 questions. Because doing HRA, which has 50 questions, 100 questions, 200 questions, people tend to lose interest. And the average attention span of an Indian is about 6 to 6.5 minutes. That's been proven by research in the Harvard. So in 6.5 minutes, if they can complete HRA, that's great. Anything beyond that, they just fill the answers for the sake of filling, which doesn't give the real data. So we got a very short and sweet. We took the cue from Gallup team, and they supported us to do that 10 questions HRA, which covers all the basic elements. Once it is done, then the app takes over. It says, what is the best program for this particular person? What is the best program? And what is it that we have in the bucket? So whenever the employee does that, there are certain credits. And the previously loaded passbook, say, would have about 100 points. So they would take about 10 points from that and give to this program, or 10 points for another program. So at the end of 1 year, we need to see what is the balance left. And also we give a lot of reward points. If somebody has shown a participation, they will get some reward points. If somebody has shown a participation with a result, like declining BMI or whatever it could be, whichever program we have, that will get a different set of points. And somebody motivating others to take part and their family members to take part will get a different set of points. So at the end of 1 year, when we see the passbook, we have the debits and the credits. And finally, we see, we have the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Shame. Hall of Shame, of course, we have not yet really labeled that because that's too harsh. But Hall of Fame we have, wherein the people with all the excellent points, rewards, and utilize the 100 credits, they would be rewarded. And in case somebody is very healthy and they feel they don't need to utilize the credits, that's fine. Whatever is the money left behind in that, we reward them with a bicycle or with a weighing machine or whatever is there. It's a purely wellness product reward, and they can't go to a supermarket, do a cheese shopping or anything. And in the pipeline is also probably it's highly debated whether we should have a Hall of Shame for people who have not utilized, not done anything. But as of now, no, we don't do that because the stick method does not really bring about behavioral change. It's only a temporary behavioral change. Even the carrot method, for that matter, it's only a temporary. But we want to bring about a more natural behavioral change. This is our approach that's in the pipeline. It's not a short story, and although the story is short to tell, it takes at least about 3 to 5 years. By the time it would manifest, hopefully by 2021, we should have a full-fledged approach with this. So with this, I just end my talk. Thank you.